Hello, my name is David Hernandez and I'm going to tell you how to use Umbrello UML. Okay, for installing in Windows, Umbrello installer and portable package for 32 bits and 64 bits in Windows are available at the KDE Download Mirror Network in the web of Umbrello. Just need to download the file and double click over the executable and next until the final. I am ready. I have installed Umbrello in my computer. The project was started by Paul Hansen as one of his university projects. The original name of the application was UML Modeler. Paul did all the development until the end of 2001, when the program reached version 1. Version 1 already offered a lot of functionality, but after the project had been reviewed at Paul's University, other developers called on and they started making valuable contributions to UML Modeler. By switching from binary file format and XML file, support for more types of UML diagrams, code generation and code import, just to name a few. Paul had to retire from the development in summer 2002. But as free and open source software, the program continues to improve and evolve and is being maintained by the group of developers from different parts of the world. In September 2002, the project changed its name from UML Modeler to Umbrello UML Modeler. There are several reasons for the change of names. The most important of them, one being that use UML. It was commonly unknown. Wasn't much to generic name and caused problems with some distributions. The other important reason is that the developers think Umbrello is a much cooler name. The development of Umbrello UML Modeler has well discussion as to where the program should head for the future version is open and takes place over the internet. If you would like to contribute to the project, please do not hesitate to contact the developers. There are many ways in which you can help Umbrello UML Modeler. Reporting bugs or improve suggestions, fixing bugs and adding features, writing good documentation or translating it other language, and of course, coding with us. Umbrello UML Modeler is a UML diagram tool that can support you in the software development process, especially during the analysis and design phase of this process. Umbrello UML Modeler will help you to get a high-quality product. UML can also be used to document your software designs to help you and your field developers. Having a good model of your software is the best way to communicate with other developers working at the project, with your customers, A good model is extremely important for medium and big-size projects, but it is also very useful for small ones, even if you are working on a small one-man project. You will benefit from a good model because it will give you an overview that will help you cut things right first time. UML is a diagram language used to describe such models. You can represent your ideas in UML using different types of diagrams: class diagrams, sequence diagrams, collaboration diagrams, use case diagrams, state diagram, activity diagram, component diagram, and deployment diagram. UML is a component of many model elements that represent different parts of the software system. The UML elements are used to create diagrams which represent a certain part or a point of view of the system. The following types of diagrams are supported by the Umbrello UML modeler. Use case diagrams show actors and their relationships. Class diagrams show class and the relationship between them. Sequence diagrams show objects and sequence of method calls they make to other objects. Collaboration diagrams show objects and their relationships, putting emphasis on the objects that participate in the message exchange. State diagrams show states, state change, and event in an object, a part of the system. Activity diagrams show activity and the change from one activity to another with the events occurring in some part of the system. Component diagrams show to high-level programming components. Deployment diagrams show the instance of the components of the relationships. Okay. Umbrello UML modeler main window divide in three areas that will help you keep an overview of your entire system and access the different diagrams quickly while working on your model. These are called tree view, work area, and documentation window. Okay. The tree view is usually located at the top left hand side of the window and shows all the diagrams, classes, actors, and use cases that build up your model. The tree view allows you to have a quickly overview of the elements composing your model. The tree view also gives you a quick way to switch between the different diagrams. In your model and inserting elements from your model into the current diagram. If you are working on a model with more than just a few class and diagram types, the tree view will have you to stay on the top of text by organizing your model elements in folders. You can create folders by selecting a proprietary option from the context menu. And you can organize your element by moving them to the appropriate folder, drag and drop. The documentation window is a small window located on the bottom of Umbrello UML modeler and gives you a preview to documentation for the currently selected item. The documentation window is rather small because it is intended to allow you to use quick peek into the element documentation while taking as little screen space as possible. If you need to view the documentation in more detail, you can always open the item's properties. The work area is the main window in Umbrello UML modeler. and is where the real redemption takes place. You use the work area, edit and view the diagrams in your model. The work area shows the currently activity diagrams. Currently, only one diagram can be shown on the work area at any time. The first thing you need to start doing something useful with Umbrello UML Modeler is to create a model to work on. When you start Umbrello Model, it evaluates the last used model or create a new MP model. This will allow you to start working right away. New model. If at any time you need to create a new model, you can also select the new entry from the File menu. Or clicking on the new icon on the application toolbar. If you are currently working on a model which has been modified, Umbrello UML Modeler will ask you if you should save for change before loading a new model. You can save your model at any time by selecting the option Save from the File menu or clicking on the Save button from the application toolbar. If you need to save your model under a different name, you can use the option Save As from the File menu. For your convenience, Umbrello UML Modeler also offers you the option to automatically save your work each certain time period. You can configure it if you want this option as well as the time intervals in the settings from Umbrello UML Modeler. Okay. For loading an existing model, you may select the option Open from the File menu or click on the Open icon from the application toolbar. Umbrello UML Modeler can only work on one model at a time. So if you ask the program to load a model for you and your current model has been modified since the last time you saved, Umbrello UML Modeler will ask you whether your change shall be saved to prevent any loss of work. You can start 2 or more instances of Umbrello UML Modeler at any time. You can also copy and paste between instances. Okay. In Umbrello UML Modeler, there are basically 2 ways for editing the elements in your model. Edit model elements directly from the tree view, or edit model elements from a diagram. Using the context menu of the different items in the tree view, you are able to add, remove, and modify almost all the elements in your model. Right-clicking on the folder in the tree view will give you options for creating the different types of diagram and blocks, depending on whether The folder is a use case view or a logical view, actor, use case class, etc. Your UML model consists of a set of UML elements and association between them. However, you cannot see the model directly. You use diagrams to look at it. To create a new diagram in your model, simply select the diagram type of unit from New submenu in the diagram menu and give name to it. The diagram will created and made active, and you will immediately see in the trip view. Remember that Umbrello UML Modeler makes extensive use of context menus. You can also right mouse between click on the folder in the tree view and select the appropriate diagrams type from the new submenu in the context menu. Note that you can create a use diagram only in a use case view folder, and the other type diagram can only be created in the logical view folders. Removing diagrams. You'll need to remove a diagram from your model. You can do this making inactive and selecting delete from the diagram menu. You can also achieve this by selecting delete from the diagram's context menu in the tree view, since selecting a diagram is something serious that could cause loss of work. Even by accident, Umbrello UML Modeler will ask you to confirm the delete operation before actually removing the diagram. Once a diagram has been deleted and the file has been saved, there is no way to undo this action. If you want to change the name of an existing diagram, you can easily do this by selecting the Rename option from its right mouse button menu in the tree view. Okay. Another way to rename a diagram is to do this via its property dialog, which you obtain by selecting the properties from its context menu by double-clicking in the tree view. Since you have created your diagrams, it is time to start editing them. But for now, the time is over. We'll see you in the next session. Thanks for watching the first part. Bye, everybody, and thank you.